Who is a free agent for the 49ers this offseason and who should they bring back to the team? Find out right now on the 49er_News24 show. If you guys are new to this channel, subscribe, like the video, and let's go right into it. Let's start off with the people who I think the 49ers will bring back in free agency this offseason. Let's start with Jauan Jennings. Jauan Jennings most likely will be back because the 49ers get to place a tender on him, basically meaning that whatever team he goes to, the 49ers get the draft pick from. So the 49ers put a second-round tender on Jauan Jennings, and the Jaguars signed Jauan Jennings. The Jaguars has to give up their second-round draft pick. So Jauan Jennings is basically going to be coming back to the 49ers on a one-year deal. So Jauan Jennings, I think, will be back next offseason. I would love to see Clelin Ferrell also back in the 49ers. He was great in the run defense before he got injured and missed the playoffs. He was better than Chase Young before his injury, in my opinion. Watching the tape, he was better than Chase Young in the run game, and the 49ers run defense was absolutely ferocious in that Super Bowl. I think if Clelin Ferrell was playing, there were going to be a bigger difference than there was. Another guy, Jon Feliciano. Jon Feliciano was absolutely phenomenal before he got injured in the Super Bowl. He was phenomenal in the passing game. He was protecting Purdy as he should. And then Randy Gregory is someone who I would let walk in free agent. Chase Young, he's going to win a bag. Of course, he was a top 10 draft pick in the NFL draft. He's going to win a bag. Sam Darnold is a guy who I think will explore his options to become a starting quarterback in the NFL for one of these other 31 teams in the NFL. Javon Kinlaw, like I said, I would love to see him on a one-year prove-it deal. Taj Gibson, I believe, will not be coming back. He's old, and the 49ers have two very young safeties in Jair Brown and Hufanga, and I do think the 49ers will draft a safety in the NFL draft this year. Oriole Burks is a good special teams guy. I do want to see Oriole Burks back. Actually, now I'm looking at it, going down the list. Oriole Burks is a guy who I think the 49ers should bring back. Sebastian Joseph, I don't think the 49ers should bring him back. Oriole Burks is. Clelin Ferrell is a guy who I would love to see back. Like I said, for his run defense, he's phenomenal at it. Jon Feliciano is a guy who I would love to see back, like I told y'all, on a one-year deal. Kevin Gibbons is the guy who I will let walk. Raymond McLeod is a guy who I would want back also for the special teams. He was really good in special teams. Of course, he missed a lot of the games this season due to injury, but he is a good special teams player. I would love to see Raymond McLeod back on the 49ers. Demetrius Fleming-Flowers is another guy who I would love to see him back on the 49ers, but I don't think the 49ers will bring him back. I think the 49ers could draft a young linebacker in the draft, and there was a lot of good linebackers in this draft, especially a late linebacker who I think the 49ers would draft, a late 6th or 7th round linebacker in this draft. So I don't think Demetrius Fleming-Flowers is coming back. Ross Daly, I don't think is coming back. Brandon Allen could be an option to come back because the 49ers will have no backup quarterbacks. But I think the 49ers would want a better backup quarterback than Brandon Allen if something happens to Purdy. Hopefully nothing does happen to Purdy. Chris Conley, who bought out in the Super Bowl, he was making big plays, big tackles in the special teams. I would love to see Chris Conley back, probably on the 49ers practice squad to start off the year, but I would love to see Chris Conley back on the 49ers. Logan Ryan, I'm okay for the 49ers to let him go. Matt Pryor, I'm okay letting go. Ben Branch, I'm okay letting go. Charlie Warner, I am not okay letting go. I think the 49ers should re-sign Charlie Warner because the 49ers only have George Kittle. They have Brandon Williams. I would love to see Charlie Warner back on the 49ers in the offseason. And then Trenton Mitchell, I think I'm okay letting him walk. So let's recap this one more time. I would love to see Jauan Jennings back. I would love to see Javon Kinlaw back. I would love to see Oriole Burks back, Clelin Ferrell, Jon Feliciano, Raymond McLeod. And I would love to see Charlie Warner back and also Chris Conley. Those are all the players who I think the 49ers should re-sign this offseason. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. More offseason content is coming your way here on the 49er_News24 show.